Hello, everybody. It is February 21st, and right now we're taking a quick look at Polkadot, trying to analyze the price action here. Obviously, there's a lot of excitement that continues to build in the Polkadot ecosystem ahead of their upcoming parachain auction, right? And which is definitely going to help the Polkadot ecosystem in terms of interacting with more established blockchains like Ethereum and all that. But that excitement is definitely being reflected on the price action. Last week, we actually had a great week. We went all the way up to from $26 all the way up to $42, and now we're seeing some sort of retracement back to the 38. And we're gonna zoom in here and try to see what's going on. Right, this on the weekly. We're seeing that the $40 is definitely one of the resistances right now we're trying to break. And in terms of volume, if you're looking past here, we're seeing that we're having less volume right now, causing this more of a propelled uptrend compared to previous volumes, right? So like we had a lot more volume back here that actually drove the price almost from, let's see, from $9 all the way up to 17 between the open and the close. Definitely a lot of selling also in between, but the body of the candle is definitely nicely extended, showing us that the buyers had full control over this uptrend, right? And same thing over here. We're seeing that we were driven in terms of from $5 all the way up to the $10, double the price action. And yeah, that was the volume right now. So right now we're seeing volume relatively lower, but still causing a more of a significant uptrend, right? Especially at higher prices. So we're seeing that buyers are actually a lot more willing to buy this at a higher price, regardless of if we are overextended or not, right? So it's just an interesting thing to take a look at. If we go and take a look at the daily chart here, so certain levels that we need to take a look at. Obviously, yesterday, the past couple of days, we had a nice. I think we went so from $30 on all the way up to $34, and then yesterday we had a nice uptrend from $34 all the way to the 42, and then we actually closed below the $40, some at 38.9. Right. So right now, obviously, what we're seeing is we're seeing that retracement, and we're seeing that there's a lot of profit taking that's happening along the way. Right, not everyone's in this for the long term. You're seeing people that are, we're all the way back at the $5 where the accumulation happening, and then a lot of selling will occur at the $40, especially with a 740% increase in price, right? So we got to keep that in mind, that there's also a lot of traders that are in this as a swing trade, right? So we will see the more high, the more parabolic we go up, the more the price action downwards is going to be kind of heavy, right? Any price movement to the bottom side is going to kind of, I don't want to say panic, cause panic, but it's more of a okay, you know what? I want to maximize my profit taking, and you'll see more and more of a propelled action towards to the bottom, right? So that's definitely something to keep in mind. Volume is definitely all the way in the bottom here, relatively speaking, compared to before, but we're still uptrending, right? That's what we even saw on the weekly chart, and we're seeing that sometime soon here, usually when we reach volume levels that are low compared to previous volume levels, we have some sort of a maybe like a violent reaction either to the upside and downside, and that's what we're taking a look at here. If we're seeing here, I'm just gonna grab this. So usually you have some sort of like volume would be a bit high here. We go down, gets to a quiet area, and then boom, you see a nice explosion, I would say, right? Then you go down again. Then when we get to levels this low, we kind of start seeing an uptrend coming up, either to where it could be either sellers, so extreme selling, or extreme buying. And that's what we're trying to figure out today and the next couple of days here to see how Polkadot is going to perform, right? And even, oh, I just took the whole thing. So something to keep in mind, that something is looming, right? And something that we need to keep an eye out for and see how the price action develops. So now we had this uptrend, right, on the daily. We're seeing that the MACD also on its own is trying to, at this point over here on February 12th, after we had this uptrend, we tried to go down, and I love when this happens, right? When we actually try to go up, and the you think that the buyers. So if we compare it to this over here, this level, right? So whenever we get to this level, you start seeing that the buyers momentum, okay, now compared to before, it needs to go down, but it goes down a bit and then starts to pick up again. And that's when you can tell that there's so much buying power that it's a bit overwhelming, and buyers are definitely taking that. They have a lot of interest in this coin right now. So we're seeing that being reflected here in the daily, and we're seeing that retracement right now is definitely necessary. If we go to the 4-hour, just to zoom in and see where could that retracement happen at, right? So we can tell that every time we uptrend over here. So this is the blue line here is the 100 EMA. This is the 200 EMA. This is the 55 EMA, and this is your 21 EMA, right? So every time we kind of create a distance, we have a nice uptrend. We break some sort of resistance, when then we come back down to retest those EMAs, right? Then we go back up again. We go sideways. Obviously get resisted, I guess, here at the $20. We go sideways for a bit, so basically create a gap over here, right? So these EMAs are like a magnet, right? So when you're uptrending and it's bullish, you go up, then you go sideways to meet them again, and then you push up past the resistance you've been looking at, create that distance. Same thing over here. Push up, create a distance, meet them again, then push up, break a resistance, come back to retest it, push up, and then we come back. So it's always like a magnet pushing us towards it every time we create that gap. And it looks like for the most part here, Polkadot likes the 55 EMA, and every time we uptrend, we actually try to come back to it and then uptrend back again. So right now, it looks like we are far away, and we're seeing that retracement happening, and we're seeing that the $35 region is some sort of support right now. For uptrending, the first stop that we try to find that support at is the 21 EMA in the 4-hour. And the more we go up, if it's a higher uptrend, then we try to maybe find support at the 55 EMA. And then along the way here, we also found support at the 21 EMA again. And right now, looks like we're getting squeezed. We did pump, went all the way to the $42, retraced back to the 41, but then right after that, we dropped all the way back to the 38. And this is almost, after this uptrend, we're seeing that a retracement of almost 80% of this previous candle is telling you that yes, a lot of people are taking profit based on this, and we're seeing that right now. Sometime soon, the price action is going to squeeze, and we're either going to find if the buyers are still in, and at this level specifically, then a retracement back to the $36 is still good. Doesn't mean that this is invalid. We would still be bullish on it, and would still definitely have our interest in mind. So if we're looking at the 1 hour here, just to zoom in a bit more, this is what we're seeing, right? We're seeing that we did break above the $32. We played around for a bit, then pumped all the way up. We're seeing a lot of wicks, right? A lot of profit taking. And then right now we're seeing that we had a high and then a lower high after. And then there's over on this line over here, we're seeing that this is where we're trying to find that support, right? And that's on the 1 hour. So what we need to see right now, in terms of, let's say, if it breaks below this support right here, I think a retracement back to the 35 region. I know this is kind of a more this is like a big range, but you got to understand that this is extremely volatile, right? So you need to account for that. But I think a retracement back to here is not a bad thing, and I think it's healthy. But that's granted that if we do not find support at this line over here, which we touched one time, again, went back down again to it, and now we're kind of the past 1 hour here, we actually went down to it, and then buyers came in and right away bought it up. So this was going to happen if this thing over here, the let's see, the $38 does not hold for the next hour or two to come, then I think a retracement back to here is nice, necessary, and healthy for this uptrend to continue. And if we go back up here somewhere to the $40 region again, right now within the next couple of hours, then I don't think we're even going to touch this anymore. It's more like Polkadot is just flying, basically, right? So these are the two important levels that I'm taking a look at right now at the moment. I want Polkadot, best case scenario, to find that support here soon and continue to uptrend over here. And once we get to this region over here, we need to see if Polkadot is going to break outside of it or below it. If we break below it, then I think that this is a good support. If we break above it, then this is definitely flying back up. And I don't see why the $50 price target is, we're pretty close to it, right? So that's what I think. These are the critical levels I'm taking a look at right now. Let me know if I missed anything. Let me know if there's anything here that you think is important to incorporate in the price analysis. But I'm pretty interested in Polkadot right now. There's a lot of good news happening, and definitely the market sentiment is, you can see it. It's positive. It's being reflected in the price action, and yeah, if let me know if you're a fan of Polkadot, or if you'd like to see something else here being discussed, right? So if you like this video, please like, comment, share, subscribe. And if you'd like to support us on Patreon, check the link in the description below. And yeah, thank you for watching.